Hey everybody, this is John. We got another battle, we get a Pokemon battles, and this one is between TTC and I. And I think this is a good one. You can see the Pokemon at the beginning there. We did switch up our teams, I think quite a bit. So he's gonna lead with Mamoswine. Mamoswine, always a good Pokemon. You can see this is a shiny one. You know the color is kind of bad because of the camera I'm using. You can't really see that it's that ugly green color, but it is that ugly green color. And I lead with my Bronzong, Niemi, who, well, you can't not like Niemi, I guess. He's a good goalie. He is what he is. So you can see I use Reflect. I am running the dual screens. He uses Earthquake. I'm running Levitate. His other thing is the fire thing where he takes half damage from fire. I don't think that's as good as Levitate. Levitate completely makes this Mamoswine worthless. The fire thing would not have done that. So I used Hero Ball, and you can see it does half his health, which just shows my power. He knows he can't leave Mamoswine now in, so that's going to leave me open to set up my other screen. So even though you're wondering why not just set up the screen on the second turn, you can see why. He is choice banded, so I guess he probably wouldn't have stayed in anyways, but it was bad move on his part to stay in to begin with. So he does take half damage. I do have both the screens up now. He leads in with Gyarados, gets the Intimidate off, so my Zero Ball won't do that much damage anymore. Not a big deal. I'm not going to use it anyways on Gyarados, right? I do have the Light Clay on him, so these are going to last the full 8 turns. And when you get both those screens up, you can really tell. It does make a huge difference. He does have well, I guess that Mamoswine wasn't a choice banded. It must have been, oh, it was leftovers. That's all leftovers. So it does have the Stealth Rock set up. Zapdos, obviously, just like in the battle between Jacob and TTC, the Stealth Rock makes Zapdos not nearly as good as he normally is. So I can't switch him in and out and out and out to just take damage for me. So he's going to use Gyarados' Stone Edge. It's going to hit Zapdos pretty hard. It might even kill him. He didn't have a chance to Dragon Dance. But if I do survive and I get a Thunderbolt off here, oh, I barely do survive. He probably wasn't very happy about that. But you can see Zapdos really bulky. He can take that kind of hit. I knew it was Thunderbolt. This is almost certainly going to kill Gyarados, who's times 4 weak to this. Gyarados, I don't know if I would have left him in there to use that Stone Edge. I mean, you can see Stone Edge almost killed him, so it was almost worth the risk. But in Pokemon, if you don't kill him off, it's something like that, you're going to pay big time. So he loses the Pokemon there, and now I'm up on. He does have Mamoswine, who does have, I assume, Icicle Shard. It's going to kill off Zapdos. I do pull back Zapdos, which it doesn't really matter, just because Stealth Rock is going to kill him when I switch him back in. But I do manage to get in, what's this, Weezing? I can't remember what this thing was, because I never use it, really. Weezing's easily going to take this Ice Shard. That's one, Weezing, if you haven't ever looked at Weezing, and I can see why you've never looked at Weezing, his physical defenses are extremely high. He gets a Will-O-Wisp, which is what I assume I'm going to use here. And, among other things, I don't know exactly what else I have on him, but so he's going to do some decent damage. He's going to use, he comes back with Porygon Z. That's a good switch, because Porygon Z is on the special side. Obviously, Weezing on the physical side. You can't take anything on the special side. So I use Will-O-Wisp. It does miss. It wouldn't have mattered, really, if it had hit. It's just like a little bit stronger poison. It doesn't, the reduction in the attack stat doesn't make a difference for Porygon Z. He doesn't really care about that. So I pull back Weezing because I know he can't take a hit off Porygon Z. I do send in Zapdos because I knew, I wasn't sure what kind of set he was running on this. I thought it might be a choice set. And so this, even though Zapdos is going to die, you're going to see, I see the Tri-Attack, and I assume at this point that he's locked into that, and my Reflect is now gone. Not a big deal against this Porygon Z, but obviously against a physical attacker it would. So he pulls back Porygon Z, which is interesting, because I guess he's not running Flamethrower. I don't know if you even learned Flamethrower, but he's not running Flamethrower. He sends in Breloom, and I'm going to have a chance here to set back up the Reflect, which is pretty big, especially against a Pokemon like Breloom. Reflect's going to make Breloom just not nearly as good. He does have the Toxic Orb on it, so he gets the Toxic, so he's going to get that Poison Heal, I think the ability is called, so he's going to recover a ton of health every turn. Between that and, well, I guess just that alone recovers a ton of health. So I send in my Ninjask, and you see the Stealth Rocks really make me pay for that. He does put me right to sleep, which is a smart move. With Breloom, if you think they're going to switch, it's worth it to use the Spore, because, I mean, there's no point in not putting a Pokemon to sleep. You can see I'm going to recover. I have the leftovers on it, so I'm not running your typical focused band set. If my light screen does go away, it's not a big deal against Breloom. It would be a big deal if he switched back into Porygon Z, even though Porygon Z would kill Ninjask anyways. So he sets up a substitute, and I'm going to stay in, because first of all, as long as I'm below half health like that, or that close, it's not going to matter because Stealth Rush's going to kill me anyways. So I figure, well, I'll just leave him anyways. I'm getting the speed boost anyhow, even when you're asleep. So, and you can imagine I am running Baton Pass on this thing, because running a Ninjask without Baton Pass is a little bit strange. I guess it's possible because he does have Swords Dance. His attack's not too bad by itself. But alas, he does use Focus Punch there. He is running the Sub Punch set, which is Breloom's set. And you can see just how little damage that does. First of all, the Bug and Flying resists fighting, I think it's like a 1.25 and plus a Reflect. So you can see, even though it's like a base 150 power move, coming off a stab, so it's like 225, it doesn't do any damage there. I do live, I do manage to wake up, and I get Substitute off. And even though he's going to be able to do some decent damage here, I'm low on health. He does use Seeds Bomb here, which again isn't going to do barely any damage because I'm flying a bug. So yeah, I take the damage. It doesn't. I don't think it's going to kill off the Substitute. I don't believe it did. No, it didn't. So I'm going to be able to recover back up here. I think I can get within range of using another Substitute. Maybe. We'll see. I do have like 4 speed boosts off now. So whatever I switch into here, I get the Sword Stance off right here. It's not too bad by itself, you know. But nevertheless, my attack's up, way up. I do have the 4 speed boost, so whatever I switch into here with the Time Pass is going to be extremely powerful. You can see use the Seed Bomb again. It still doesn't kill this Substitute off, which was pretty impressive. The Reflect plus the Resistance. Ninjask, it looks like, is a great counter to Breloom. I don't know if this is always the case. Obviously, if he hadn't had Stealth Mark up, this Ninjask would have been serious problems for him. But he does have the Stealth Mark up, so he knows as long as I'm below half health, I can't come back. So I do use X Scissor. I think it's going to kill this off. Yes, it does. He uses Focus Punch again, and this time it's going to kill my Substitute off. I think it's going to kill it off, I imagine. Yeah, okay, this time it does. So it took 3 hits for him to take down my Substitute. I'm back within Substitute range. I can use X Scissor here. I don't know if it's going to kill Breloom. It might. But I don't know what I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use Substitute. I'm not sure. So he pulls back Breloom because he knows if I do use X Scissor, it's probably going to kill him. He doesn't want to lose the Breloom that easily. Especially something like Ninjask. That'd be too bad. So I use Substitute again. And you can see Electros is out there. He's got Flamethrower, so he's going to be able to kill this thing in 1 hit. So I use that on the switch, so that's okay. I do have my Reflect's gone now, which is, it's not good, but it's not bad. I do have, I don't know, I might be pushing 6 speed boosts now, so whatever I switch into is going to be the fastest Pokemon in the world. See, I do use Baton Pass there. I do switch into what I call Salamence, but it's actually a Venusaur, surprise. Salamence would have been a much better switch into Venusaur, who can't get any advantage out of the, to be honest, out of the Sword Stance, because I do run a special set on him. You can see the Substitute takes damage from the Thunderbolt. I use Sleep Powder, but it missed. That's pretty big, because now he's going to get this Flamethrower in. It's going to kill off this Substitute. If I can put him to sleep there and kill this thing off without taking that Flamethrower and still have the Substitute up, to be honest, I don't know if he would have left Electros in there anyways, but he did. I do use Sleep Powder again, because I know Flamethrower is going to kill, maybe not in 1 hit, but definitely in 2 hits, no doubt about that. So I do have a Life Orb on it, I think. Although I'm not sure. So I use Sleep Powder. It does hit this time. I use Energy Ball. It's going to do decent damage. Venusaur is a pretty good special attacker. I don't think it's going to kill him, but it'll get close enough to where, yeah, you can see it took away about half his health. He does have the Sandstorm up, I think. Or does he actually? Maybe he doesn't have the Sandstorm up this time. I can't remember. No, he doesn't have it up. So we're just going to use Leftovers. I'm going to use Energy Ball again. I think you're really at this point just hoping he doesn't wake up. I don't want to throw away all those boosts off of Ninjask. I know I can't put Ninjask back in because he's got no health. The Stealth Health is going to kill him. Even if it wasn't up there, whatever he switched into would kill him. He doesn't have any defenses to begin with. So you see the Energy Ball that time does kill him. I don't know how it did so much damage that time. It didn't look like it did that much damage the first time. Maybe we got a low roll and then I got a high roll. He sends in this Mammoth. The problem is Mammoth is Ice Shard, which is going to one-shot Venusaur. And so I do pull back, and unfortunately that cost me all my boosts, but it does leave my Venusaur alive. So I thought that was more important to have the Pokemon alive than to have the boosts, take the risk on the boost, because I think the Ice Shard would have killed him. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty positive. I haven't run any calculations. I don't do those type of calculations or anything. So he gets the Leftovers. I have Marble in here. There's nothing you can really do to this thing. He's kind of trying to figure out. I don't think he knows this thing's ability. I think I told him this thing's ability because I wanted a better battle. If he used Earthquake there, I would have used Will-O-Wisp, and that could have been the end of that thing, the Mammoth pretty much. So I do have this in. He gets a special attack boost again, which is the downloads ability as an ability is really good. I do hit this time with Will-O-Wisp. It doesn't really do anything to Porygon Z because it is hitting off his special attack stat. So basically like a poison. I do have Marble here. I don't think I can take any damage from this thing, but I don't know if I have anything left to fight Porygon. I guess we'll find out. So I do pull him out, and I put back in Bronzong, which is not a bad move. He uses Tri-Attack. It won't do that much damage to him. I'll be able to hopefully get off one of my screens anyways, or maybe even a explosion would have done serious damage to Porygon here, but I don't know if I'll get that off. We'll see how much damage this does. Oh, it doesn't even take away half his health. He can't be very happy about that, I imagine. Yeah, the burn's hurting him, so he's gonna have to make a choice here. You can either switch out. He's got the Life Orb, so that did more damage. So does have Dark Pulse. I don't know if this is gonna kill him either, because I do like Bronzong for its extreme bulk, and that's gonna be neutral, and it does kill him, I assume, because of the special attack boost he had, which really hurt me. So he does kill off that. Really, he's got this burn, and the Life Orb is wearing away on him. You can see Porygon's pretty frail, even though these drops have nothing to do with his frailness. But either way, I come in with Togekiss. Togekiss not too bad, except for well, first of all, Thunderbolt's going to destroy me. I thought maybe he was Choice Specs, because I know that's what I run on my Porygon Z. I know there is a Life Orb set. Apparently that's what he's running here. He does switch into Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt's, I should have noticed the Life Orb. I don't know why I kept thinking it was Choice Specs, even though I kept seeing his health drop. Really now, I'm in serious trouble here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose at this point. I have nothing really to counter this. I see he has Flamethrower. I don't know why he hadn't run that on that Bronzong to begin with. So I do die here. I just send him in to kill him because essentially the battle's over. It doesn't do any more damage to Porygon Z. I have Weezing, and I have and the Emmy left, the Bronzong. So I have nothing really left here. He's gonna use Tri Attack. This is gonna kill me, but it might also cost him his life because what's he got? He's got the burn and the Life Orb damage. I think it's gonna do enough to kill him here. I'm not sure, but I believe so. If it doesn't really matter anyways, because he's going to beat me. All I have left is Bronzong, to my knowledge. You can see, I think in this game, I don't know what the difference was. Part of it was I wasn't prepared for this Porygon Z. I didn't predict right against it. It does die there. It's got Mamoswine. Mamoswine didn't cause me too much of a problem, so I don't think it was thanks to Mamoswine he won. But it did. Well, then again, Mamoswine did force my Venusaur out. If my Venusaur had stayed in and survived an Ice Shard and used, I don't know, I think anything might have, well, not anything would have killed it, but you know, it might have survived. So I guess we'll see here. No, I don't think it would have survived. You can see how much damage it did there. So it doesn't really matter. Venusaur goes down, and that's my last Pokemon. That's right. Bronzong had already died. So I lost there, and I lose to TTC, who did a lot better in that battle than his last two. He had a little bit better prediction. Well, I would say a lot better. His only mistake probably was the Gyarados. Other than that, he didn't make any mistakes in that battle. So that was a good battle for him. And I brought a team that was a little bit of a misfit club. My problem really, I think, was Ninjask had nothing really to give the Sword Dance to be honest. You look at my team there, and I have all things on the special side, except for maybe if I had passed the Bronzong and then used Zero Ball. That would have been really interesting, actually, but I didn't do that. It was a choice. I probably should try it. Zero Ball has really low PP anyway, so I don't know if it would have made that much of a difference. That was a good battle. I think I have time for maybe one more here, so I'm going to go ahead and get another one in. Thanks for watching this one. Bye.